time for the annual Festive Exodus. Many workers will be heading home, most using long-distance taxis. But what does this mean for the country as it grapples with the second COVID-19 wave? eNCA's Ronald Masinda joins us now from Piketberg in the Western Cape. Ronald, when we spoke earlier, you spoke to one of the people in the taxi industry there who was saying the taxi driver can't really take full responsibility of making sure that people adhere to the rules. Is the MEC there yet to speak to the people there?
Yes, indeed, Maseko. Well, we are still here in Piketberg where the Western Cape Traffic Festive Season campaign still continues. Earlier on, of course, much of the focus today is on the West Coast. Earlier on, MEC of Transport and Public Works in the province, Bonginkosi Matikizela, was in Vredendal. He is now here joining us for a quick conversation. MEC, you've been here for quite some time engaging with people on the ground, and we've seen you speaking to many people, some of them not wearing masks, not adhering to COVID-19 protocol, which is cause for concern.
No, it is indeed a cause for concern. You would know, Ronald, that at least the West Coast and Cape Winelands is where we don't have much of a problem, but we are starting to see now, because of this second wave, we are starting to see the cases, of COVID, of positive people picking up. And that is why I decided to come here, so that we prevent the situation that we have in the metro and in the Garden Route. And that is why yesterday I was in Klaver and in Vredendal, and today I'm here in Piketberg, to make sure that we really intensify the awareness. And as you said, I mean, there are some people who still don't believe that this thing will affect them. And that is why it's important for us to start now in the areas like this to prevent, the spread that we are seeing in other areas. And the message is getting through, working with, of course, the stakeholders like the municipality and the leadership of the taxi industry.
It should, though, be a collective effort. We know that much of the onus should be on the people to take responsibility. But should we see more law enforcement at areas such as these?
Absolutely. I mean, you can understand that in some municipalities like Piketberg, they do not have the capacity that you need to deal with the lawlessness, and over and above that deal with the transgressions of the COVID-19. And that is why this must be a collective effort. I was talking now to my colleagues here from the taxi industry to say that it should be the responsibility of all of us. If you see someone who's not wearing a mask, that person should not enter your taxi. And that is the responsibility that we need to take. And of course, it is something that we are now starting to do as we intensify this campaign. Because, as I said, some people don't believe that this thing is going to affect them. They see it from far. They think it's something that is a problem of certain areas. But if we don't, start now and raise the awareness and make sure that these areas are not affected, as we can see in other areas, we will have a problem. We'll have a runaway fire like in those areas. So I am very happy because the message is getting through. The leadership of the municipality, the leadership of the taxi industry understand the importance of containing this by wearing our masks, sanitizing regularly, apply social distancing where it is possible, but more importantly, just to make sure that we work together to really prevent the spread from coming to the areas like West Coast and Cape Winelands.
All right, MEC, thank you so much for your time. Well, Maseko, we do know that this campaign will continue. We do know that the MEC will be visiting areas such as Beaufort West on Sunday, and also a number of other areas to really, get that message across that people should really start complying with COVID-19 regulations, as this is still very much a concern. This virus will be with us for a very long time should people continue the way they are.
Thank you very much. Ronald Masinda coming to us live from Piketberg.